Hey guys, Mark McMahon Real Estate. Today I want to talk about how to calculate ARV. ARV, after repair value, is what you need to know so you can make money when you're flipping and wholesaling houses. All right, if that's interesting, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and give Allie a happy boost to her day and sign up for notifications. Okay guys, let's get right into it. All right guys, ARV is simply the purchase price plus the value of the renovations that you're going to do to the house. So if you're going to buy the house for, let's say, $70,000, that's your purchase price, and you're going to add $30,000 of upgrades to it, that should conceivably give you an ARV of $100,000. Not as simple as that, but that's pretty much how it works. So let's say that you're buying a house and you want to figure out what the ARV is. This is what I do. I will go to all the recently sold houses in the area that have been rehabbed or look like they're in really, really good shape, and I will use that number as my ARV. So what do you need to do? I would go on Redfin, and if you've got access to MLS, even better. And I would do a property search within 1/2 mile, or you might have to go 1 mile out to find a similar sized house with a similar bedroom count and similar bathrooms that has been repaired or rehabbed, okay? How do you figure that one out? All right, so you're gonna wanna look for someone that says in the description of their property, newly remodeled home, new kitchen, new bathrooms, blah, 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 blah. Or if you can't find that, look for a house that's been recently remodeled or lots of upgrades, and then look at the pictures. You can tell. Then what I want you to do is go and find all the houses that are in really awful shape. So I want you to find 3 kinds of houses. I want you to find comps. So the comp is a comparable price. I want you to find a comp for for a flipped property. Move-in ready. What does that mean? Move-in ready means that you could move into it tomorrow. It's got good floors, it's got good bathrooms, good kitchens. May have been remodeled 10, 15 years ago, but someone's taken really, really good care of it. Everything is working as it should, but it's just not brand new. All right, that is what move-in ready is. So that's a good comp to have. And then I want you to have a comp for a POS. Does everybody know what POS stands for? No. Piece of poop, all right? We want to get the lousiest house in the neighborhood, and we want to see what that one sold for. So this one, or this one. The property that you're looking at is going to fit in one of those categories. This is the one you really want to know though. If you can find a house that's been flipped, that is the gold standard for figuring out what your ARV is. Once you've found a house that's been flipped, that's at a comparable size, comparable bedroom count, comparable lot, you can adjust up or down a little bit. You can use that as your ARV, okay? ARV is just simply the house is worth after repairs, okay? So once you find out what it's worth after repairs, you'll know what your end game is. There's a link right here to a video we just did on a project we're working on as we speak, where I talk about what the numbers are on that. So that'll give you a good idea of what we paid for it, what we're putting into it, and what we're expecting it to sell for. Okay guys, so let's talk about the 70% rule. The 70% rule kind of makes it easy to do a really quick analysis as to whether that property is actually worth flipping or not, right? So when you're doing this game, guys, you can't spend hours on each property. You have to have cheat codes. You guys have seen my 40% rule video over here, probably the most watched video we've got. Guys, if you're buying a property to hold, use that as your gold standard to figure out whether it's going to cash flow or not. Okay, on this one, we're using this to find out what the house is going to be worth when we're done flipping it. Okay, Or if you're going to be wholesaling it, you've got to be able to tell your potential buyer what the house is going to be worth. 70% rule is so simple, it's painful. This is saying that when you buy, remember what a POS is? If you're buying a POS, a piece of poop, you're going to want to get that as inexpensive as possible, right? So what you want to do is use the 70% rule to figure out what your offer is going to be. So what that means is you're going to take the property, you're going to use the ARV, and you're going to say 70% of that ARV minus the cost of the renovations is what your offer is going to be. So let's say our ARV is $100,000. All right? And we know that our repairs are going to be $30,000. So right away, we know 70% of $100,000 is going to be what? $70,000. We're making this easy, right? So $70,000. And we know our repairs are going to be $30,000. Okay, so we're going to have $30,000 in repairs. So it's 70 minus 30, because we've got a $100,000 ARV, 70% rule says it's worth that $70,000 minus $30,000 for repairs. That equals $40,000, right? Now this number is what you're going to offer on the property. All right, so that $40,000 is called our MAO, or maximum allowable offer. That's an important number to know because that's what you're going to be spending. So we want to make sure that we've got $30,000 in here to cover our other costs, and we want to make sure that that's also there for our profit, right? So because we're going to have interest, we're going to have a few other things. We're not going over all that stuff, and we're not analyzing a deal right now. We're just doing quick numbers. So this is how you get a quick number on a flip. After you've arrived at the ARV. The ARV is really important. The gold standard of figuring out your ARV is find another property that's recently been sold in the neighborhood that has been flipped. If you can't find that, then you're going to find a house that is move-in ready. I already erased it, sorry. You're going to find a house that's move-in ready and bump the price up. It's an inexact science, but it works. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. So how are you going to get good at this? The way you get good at this is by practicing. And how do you practice? Going to open houses and looking at what needs to be repaired, making a list, then going home and running our numbers. By running our numbers, we're going to look at Redfin, or we're going to look at MLS, we're going to look at any of the real estate sites that show properties that are also going to show recently sold properties that we can compare this one to. Okay, guys? Go back and watch this again. I know I threw a lot of information out today. Hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, make Allie's day, and sign up for notifications. And you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
Hey guys, check out these 2 videos. They're really going to help you on your investment journey. I'm also on Instagram. Tons of great video content there. Really good stuff. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.